Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another session of Archeo Gaming Live featuring Sasa's gamers Kate Minetti and Alexander Vanderwalle. Really quick, let's go over what is SASA. SASA stands for Save Ancient Studies Alliance. It's our mission to reverse the current downward trend in the study of the ancient world by engaging the public and bringing together students and scholars to share their passion for the study of the ancient world in order to inspire a vast new generation of students. We do this by hosting a lot of different kinds of live events, doing research on the downward trend in ancient studies. We have an open access database where you can search resources in ancient studies and much more. Where can you find SASA? Search for Save Ancient Studies Alliance, and on any of these platforms, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, LinkedIn, and now TikTok. SASA's live events protocol. Please be kind and respectful. Listen and ask thoughtful questions throughout the event. Please be patient with technology and those administering it. SASA live events are streamed on Twitch, and recordings will be posted on SASA's YouTube channel shortly after the event. There are spoilers during our Archeo Gaming events, but of course, as always, have fun. Don't forget to subscribe to SASA on Twitch. If you enjoy our live events, such as Archeo Gaming, book clubs, and reading groups, please consider becoming a supporter with a recurring donation. You can do this for as little as $3 a month, and you can help save ancient studies. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. It is
It's beautiful.
it's beautiful. It is
Hello?
great.
We are currently popping up the stream, getting everything set up.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, there's my handsome man, Eleos.
Yes.
Rate the blonde, our favorite blonde.
The
Maybe our
ancient,
second.
the ancient
ancient,
surfer dude.
Exactly. Okay, no, we are moving, we are visible. So that's good.
All right.
Yes, while things are being arranged, well, welcome back, everyone. We are here to praise the sun and bring fire, rain, and pestilence, and general devastations, in the in the Levant and the Hittite Empire, because our eyes are bigger than our stomach. But then again, our stomach is pretty much endless. So we have an appetite for destruction, one would say. Welcome back to one of our esteemed guests, our brother in the moon, Billy. We are glad that you are here with us.
I am popular demand, I've been told.
Right? Yes, absolutely. Speaking of popular demand, we have a populist in our hands because apparently Ioleos cares about the will of the people.
Yes, quote,
and one of the things. One of the ancillaries that he can obtain is a mob. So,
oh yes, our celebrating mob.
Right, exactly, a celebrating mob. That is like an object that we can use. So many questions there.
Strength matters.
So Jacob, tell us how much destruction we
Yes.
we unleashed last time.
So
Show us.
You can see this large section of Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, like northern Palestine, southern Turkey, all just completely destroy, and no large settlements. Right now, Shipul is trying to reclaim some of that land, and that's not allowed. So we're fighting him, and of course going to bring down the Hittite Empire in the process with our wonderfully bedecked General Kneve.
Neither am I.
And then in the south, we have a small army taking on Shechem, which has like the last settlement in kind of Syria. And then we have just finished destroying Megiddo, and we are headed down to Ashkelon and our inevitable confrontation with Ramses III to see if he can pull off what he claims he did in history, or if in fact we can flip the table on him a little bit.
So we have several fronts open. Kneve is Etruria's next top model. He is an icon, and he is the moment. The Canaanite states are just gone. Yes, we did that. We have destroyed everything. We are Canaan now. And Canaan is a wasteland because, that's it. That's what we do, right? We're not the settling kind of people. We're not gonna, settle down, get a wife, make a couple of children. No. None of that. We are destroying everything in our wake, and we are worshiping our Etruscan gods for
yes.
reasons, which is why one of our generals has an Etruscan name, because Kneve is an Etruscan name. So although he's not dressed as one, he's just let's just say he's a little over the top with all the things that he has on himself, including a very fancy shawl for I guess for drafts. But yeah, so we've been killing, pillaging, raiding, the usual. And we are in a state of collapse, of civilization collapse. As you can see up top, we are the drama.
Meet your gods.
We also have these armies that are basically cannon, catapult fodder that we create when we conquer cities. So these are the people from the cities that we conquered that actually fight for us. And then once they're done, they're done. They're very useful. They're incredibly useful.
Sea pirate
So-
and adventurer.
It has been an interesting time,
I come for you.
to say the least.
Yes, but we are about to clear out Shechem, which is going to get us our mob.
Can't wait to see the mob.
Yeah.
So we are. We can do. Yeah, we.
Because I want to show off getting another one of those armies because they're so helpful, and we have enough to get it.
Yeah. We have become Izul's first devoted. We are. It's true. We are.
Ioleos has gained the celebrating mob, so let's see if we want to put that on him yet or not.
Questions later.
Oh,
What does
equips to
what
a
does that do?
Minus 50% recruitment cost for horde units, which is
Nice.
like most of our
Oh,
units.
that's very strong.
Yes,
And
please.
then our other unit, I kind of give him his scout back. I really like this one.
Yeah, I like the scout. Oh, we can have both. Perfect. Fantastic.
Yeah, and then there's the sulfur tipped arrowheads do nothing for him. Really, we need the bronze works for cheaper bronze, and let's see if we can get anything better else. Because we have these standards, but they're only for native like Fenku and Yamhad units, and that's okay.
Yeah, we're not really recruiting the locals. Of course, we have the letters, because what is a campaign without some letters? I mean, what is a Pharaoh Total War campaign without letters?
Exactly,
We
yeah.
really are.
Especially with seasoning as well.
Right. And there are
Is it
some
me,
more
or did
sea
it get
people in the
done?
water now.
Oh yes, those are because there's
The Luca.
kinfolk.
Oh, and look at our dudes near Ashkelon. Well, might as well.
Yeah, look, it
Blood
looks
and
like they've all been
ashes.
causing problems for Ashkelon already, so we may as well just finish the job and take all
Right.
the credit,
Give in.
ideally.
Ideally, well, we are the problem. We as a culture, we are the problem, which is great. In the meantime, we are fighting
Fight me.
up, getting Tarsus. We
Pirates
really
and
are
prophets.
doing things. So, my brother in a moon, you've played this game.
Indeed, I have.
What is your impression of this game? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What are the parts that you like the most? What is something that you want to do but you haven't been brave enough to try yet?
The ashes.
Tell us how you feel about this game. Tell us how you really feel.
So, first of all,
Final word.
all my brothers hate them enemies, like hands down, like the gold spamming, bastard. But I enjoy it because I think I'm aware that it's obviously got the Total War Troy connotations, which has obviously had a bit of a negative
I
when
fight
it's
for hot
been seen in the public sphere. But I think from the historical side of things, they've completely knocked out of the park. I mean, both in terms of units. I mean, you've got with the Egyptians, you've got Kopesh, heavy maces, obviously Kushite warriors, fantastic. I think the main thing I do want them to see
I protect
Done.
my brothers.
is actually include other places like archaic Greece, because obviously during the collapse, Greece had a huge drop, especially when you consider the people from the sea who could have actually been exiled Mycenaeans fleeing from the destruction of that. Though now that we do have sea people, it does look like they are starting to slowly work their way towards other things. And I believe in the community post, they did say that they are planning to expand the map, which is also another one of my things, because in terms of scale, it is very narrow. I mean, you only got Nubia, Egypt, Canaan, and not even the full Hittite Empire. You've only got mid Anatolia, which is a bit disappointing, but touch wood, we'll continue to expand, and hopefully we'll get the game we deserve.
Yeah, I'd love to see like Arzawa or even like Syria, you know, just any amount more added would be very nice. I also, speaking of the Hittite Empire, so we were up in battle against Shipul
there we go.
and I'm fighting this one out to prove a point because I took the Hittite Royal Guards. Because we can convince people to join our side, and these are the Meseti, the best unit in the Hittite roster. And in spite of the fact that the Great King was in command of the army, we were still able to convince them to join us, which I just think is great.
Well, I mean, gold speaks louder than words.
Exactly.
Yeah. Coin, you know, we say in Latin, we say pecunia non olet. So, you know, money doesn't smell, which is not necessarily true. Sometimes it does smell, but also the chat is saying it would be very funny if they just stitch in the no myth version of Total War Saga Troy after insisting they wouldn't. Even if it's not like only that, they will use those units. They will use those models. They're ready. They're there. I mean, the fuck are they gonna do, right?
Yeah,
Let them go to waste?
Yeah, the way I see it, it would be fine if they did it as long as it wasn't the only thing that they did. Like, if they added in a whole bunch of content with Greece, like, oh, by the way, like, here's some of the Troy Total War stuff, and here's all the other stuff that we did. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
So, this is our trash army against a trashy army of the Great King, I see. I see we have convinced some of them to join us, which is always great.
I mean, what's a bit of regicide with the pals? I mean, it's what I do every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, we got a good terrain. We could use some fire.
Oh yeah. The Great King has just gone into this nice, convenient patch of forest. So you know, if we could just casually burn him to death, I think that would be pretty nice.
That would be what a way to go that would be. And he's a tall boy. He is tall and dressed in red. He's larger than his own units, which artistically speaking is something that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, look at him.
And he's very, very recognizable. So that's
good luck with the name,
though.
I said good luck with the name, though. Shupio Lima.
I mean, several of the Shupiloliumas. You know, it's a family name. Instead of being John or Joseph, we have Shupiloliuma. Or instead of having Ramesses.
Oh yeah, that
or
Amenhotep.
Amenhotep.
That just gets so obnoxious.
Yes. Yeah, or Amenemhat. You know.
Or Sobekheteps.
That too. We got or Intef.
All
the Intefs.
The worst one for me is the it's Khnumhotep. He's the nomarch of Beni Hassad.
Oh
and
yeah.
Yes.
He has two sons named Khnumhotep.
Strike with purpose.
It's not bad enough to have a junior. You have to name your other kid the same thing. Like, why?
Well,
Or it's like
I mean,
it's like a suit with Hetty, isn't it?
yeah. It's like, well, you know what? Maybe for ease of use, you're like, hey, we gotta, you know, we have this one and that one, and they're called the same thing, so we can just call once, and everyone comes around.
Oh yes, very efficient.
You know. Ooh, Arcanist in the chat is saying, I have remarked to others before that you could, if you felt so inclined, have a historical fiction story where Achilles burns down Ugarit. Given that the last time the Ugaritic nav is ever seen is when they head off to southwest Anatolia at the behest of Hattin in the 1190s to deal with some kind of invasion. And then the panic letters are sent off to Hattin. So, you know, these persistent board raiders, they were persistent for a reason. That would be a great historical fan fiction at this point. I don't know if they would jump the shark and just tell us that these and Troy are in the same universe. Mostly because they're kind of resistant to do that. But it would be great. It would be fantastic, and then it would give justification to everyone who says, "Oh, clearly those polities that the Hittites are naming in their tablets with those names that maybe could be possibly, the Achaeans and the Danans and everything else. Actually, it's them." That would be great, and we would have another blondish hero, I guess, because Achilles is a blonde. So who knows? Who knows? It could be an option.
Make sure you kill Achilles' army before you kill Patroclus's, though. Otherwise that's a game-ending strat.
Yeah, exactly. Well, kill everyone at the same time. Just make sure, just in case.
Also, we have successfully driven Chikulioma through one forest fire. Now he's running through another forest fire.
Through the fire and flames. That's
Yes.
First of all, that's a great song. And second of all, they really don't, they really don't. They don't behave like you would expect them to.
I mean, we kind of herded them. This is the fastest way to get away from the troops, and so then they're just running through the forest fire,
Well, I mean, fire is well known at healing people, isn't it? So
yes.
I can understand why they do. I mean, I for one.
Rapid cauterization.
Exactly.
Right? And if we want to be metaphorical, purification too, right? They're purifying themselves.
So all I can think of is the future armor. Oh, fire is hot. Don't worry, Chupalima will help. Oh, fire is indeed hot.
Is he still alive though? We didn't kill him. He's just running.
Oh, that's what
He's
I
still technically alive, which is
Ooh.
fine.
It's okay. For now.
For now.
The faction leaders you can only kill if you destroy the whole faction. So.
Yeah.
Looking at those numbers, I really do think that on both sides, most of the casualties were from fire.
Yeah.
I think so. We did. I mean, our 1, 2, 3 third group from the left hit 110 men, which is great. I say our, but it's actually theirs. Because those are the words that we got from them. So Let's see. We got the Shakalash. Look at the Aquash. Okay. I see that most of the small Egyptian factions are still around, so there must be a big civil war going on there still.
Yeah, the AI sometimes has a hard time with the whole unifying Egypt thing.
Yeah. Whereas what I've noticed is, unless they're a relatively big faction, they really struggle with legitimacy, which obviously prolongs the war.
Sea pirate and adventurer.
Yeah. Oh, look at him trying, sir. My good king. Oh, I wanted to see which ancillaries he had, but maybe if we kill him, we get some. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. Oh no, you can see them. We can see them. There we go.
That's range damage for bodyguards. That isn't helpful. But minus turns wounded makes a lot of sense. And then
All right.
Yeah.
He got a consort,
and the
shield.
And he's his golden spear in the grave. So this all makes sense, except for these sulfur-tipped arrowheads, which are just...
Yeah.
They're really good if you're playing as archer chariots, and that's pretty much the only
Meet
reason.
your gods.
Yeah.
We go.
Oh,
there
nice
next.
outpost you got there.
Yeah.
Would be a pity if something were to happen to them, and something is us. Would be a pity if we were to arrive and destroy everything.
Oh, who's resettled Cyprus? Oh, Carunta.
Yeah.
Deer-horned fiend.
It's the Antlers agenda. We'll have to see if we want to get Cyprus. It's not like there are no cult centers, and we're not producing stuff, so it's not really,
It's more if you want to stop them from growing, because if I recall, Cyprus is one of the best places for bronze.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're not producing.
Anyway, it's more of, are they producing?
Sea pirate and adventurer.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have a question here.
Okay.
Do we actually want to keep this army around? Because it is expensive and it isn't really... We've now successfully positioned it in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
And
Do we get...
making. If we disband
Do
it,
we
it
get
will-
coin
it will
if we disband it?
Well, it will save us a ton of food, and we are we need
Yeah.
some food.
Yeah.
We're strapped for food. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And I
Okay.
mean, we can always get another one like the same way
Yeah.
from a bigger city, from a better city.
Like I'm debating on with Tarsus, for example. That might be an option because we will win, but it'll hurt.
Yeah.
Versus, we can just
Yeah, we
steal
should.
them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's in a
yes,
better
okay.
position to
Sea
steal it.
pirate
Oh,
and
yeah, 100%.
adventurer.
Yeah. Oh, this
Yeah.
got us a full army, including some heavy chariot. This is actually a pretty decent
Ooh.
army. I'm happy about
Nice. Nice, much better. It was
Yeah.
a good investment.
I fight
Look at that.
for my brothers.
Really good
I
location
do
as
what
well.
must be
So,
done to
Yes.
survive.
should be
Yes.
union.
Yeah, because we're like stopping them from coming back in,
Over there.
which is what they've been trying to do, right? They've been trying to resettle what we've destroyed, but
How
That-
inconsiderate of them.
right? I mean, how dare
You
they?
put all this work into burning down your city, and then you rebuild it.
This
And then we
isn't
burn
how
it
it
down.
works.
Why,
And
I'm
then
a
we burn it down
perfect
again,
man.
and it's like, how? You know, what is even the point? The point is, well, for Kneva, the point is fashion.
Wine around.
Yes.
For us, the point is making as much coin as we can. You know,
Drinking time.
as one does. Ooh, let's see. And we didn't get another ambition in the meantime, did we?
we have not yet.
No, we don't have an active ambition.
kind
Not
of-
yet, not yet.
It's kind of opaque to me when you get ambitions, because like you kind of get them at random, as far as I can
Yeah.
tell.
Yeah, there should be like one power that gives you one more ambition slot, but it's unclear to me.
It gives you one more ambition slot to choose from, not one more ambition at a time.
Oh, okay.
This was like I did my first playthrough. I'm like, oh, that's really good. I'd love to have 2 ambitions going at once, and I got it, and then it did nothing. I'm like, oh, that's not.
And then they're like, oh my god. Yeah, no, I usually like develop what is essentially a tech tree, in schemy ways. So I don't really care much about ambitions unless they give me like victory points that I really, really need. Oh,
Yeah.
these though. Okay, so now we can make some informed choices.
Well, I just want to show up what we're doing. I think right now we are researching hunting initiatives. Yeah, we were, which I really
Yeah.
want to do because minus 10% upkeep is just great, and then also increased movement.
Yes.
But we are this is kind of the tech tree for the sea people, and it's divided into the like settling down, the sort of both parts can use it, and the just burning stuff section. So of course almost all of our techs are in the just burning stuff section.
I mean, can you really blame us?
Prosper at all
I mean, it's
costs.
the more fun option.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a lot
you
of fun.
lost?
It's like it's a remarkably fun play style. I didn't think it would be, but I like it a lot. I don't know if I like it enough to start a campaign with it on my own though.
Fight
Yeah,
me.
the Palaset provide, I think, a very different, and probably a little more interesting roleplay-wise challenge, where you're like trying to lead your people into a new home and establish what your identity is going to be, versus like we are taking your stuff and lighting it on fire, which is great from time to time, but you know it is just the one thing.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, it does very much seem like they've set both factions. So obviously Sheridan
Take
are
orders
very
only
much
from me.
the burn and have fun, and then the Palaset are very much the settle down and try and survive.
Set up
Yeah.
camp.
Right. Make your own identity anew, which is an interesting choice because it's not like you're leaving and you're leaving everything behind. Like actually, if anything, it's the other way around. You're taking the things with you, right? So and yeah, maybe we got skill points too for
Oh, yes.
our fashion victim.
Oh,
He's
we-
so
we-
good. He's so fashionable.
Increased battle load is
Ah.
always helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can he get a better ancillary than the green one?
So that's the enemy army.
Oh, he
movement
has a
online,
tracker.
which is- I like this better.
Yeah, I
I
know.
like getting more
No.
ancillaries. Oh, we have 2 sets of the ancillaries. That's good.
Maybe we'll get a good tracker for him too. Like
Yeah.
a better one than the green one.
I don't. Let me see what units we have in the special recruitment. Oh no, I don't want to recruit in general. I want to recruit special
Show me
recruitment
Or recruit people.
and see if we have any particularly good. Because I like throwing in the sea people specific units that you get.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of the seafaring clubmen.
Work hard, or you leave.
I mean, we can
Now
get
they're
some,
all
yeah,
able-bodied
Yeah.
men.
some swordmen. Look at them.
Strong men make strong armies.
Oh yeah.
I
we
mean,
can
the
upgrade
axemen, the
these.
axemen are fairly tanky.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
will take orders only from me.
Look at them.
Pirates!
Oh, there's a Hittite army coming in.
Which we're going to. I want to take care of the army
Prepare to
first,
die!
and then the settlement.
Yeah, and then the
garrison.
city. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's
'Cause these are
it's
definitely
the best way
I
to
am
go.
more
busy
potential
right
to
now.
turn into a problem. And then, oh yes, of course,
My
brother,
Iolios.
The sun beckons
I
me
didn't.
to him.
We could take out Urushalayim, but I'm not that worried about them. Versus Ramses could actually turn into a problem for us.
Motion
Yeah.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it does look like the Sea People's already burning his stuff down, which is also nice.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
We need to
Horizon
do
beckons.
the old switcheroo and become a problem for him.
My warriors.
The old razzle dazzle.
Exactly. Give them, the
Only
old razzle
strength
dazzle with
matters.
all of our brothers who are not attacking us,
I
which is a
seek what
choice.
cannot be found.
But they are attacking,
Expect
Egypt,
Baba has
which
blessed
is,
your passage,
as
and
we
our
know,
review
a
have-
tradition. As we know from Merneptah Stela, and I was listening to a podcast the other day about the whole issue with the
Yeah.
succession of Ramesses, and I was thinking, how old was Merneptah when he wrote the Stela?
I'm trying to remember when in his reign it was. I think it was in his 5th year, wasn't it? So he'd probably be in his late 60s.
That's that's a lot of it takes a lot of stamina to
Yeah.
to fight all of those battles at that age back then. I mean, assuming that he came from a family that had people who lived long. First of all, his dad, but it's still that's not what you're supposed you're supposed to do those
Yeah.
things when you're in his 30s, not in your 60s, and you're old
It does kind
by
of
the
make-
standards of the time.
It begs the question of whether he was actually present or not.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Tutankhamun campaign, isn't it? It's like, yeah, he says he was there, but considering he had a club foot, was he really there?
I mean, well, here's the thing. To be there is because we are also conflating being there and leading the troops, right?
Yeah.
You can be there without being in the front lines, right? I mean, Hatshepsut went on campaign in Nubia. Was she leading from the front lines? I don't know.
This is my personal headcanon, not supported by
Please.
Egyptology, but I believe she was. I believe she was, and I quote from my personal Egyptology vocabulary, she was, and I quote, the boss bitch.
Yeah, I mean, so was Hotep, who was middle-aged when she had to say, okay, you know what? I'll deal with this shit. You guys deal with the north, I'll deal with the south. But I mean, that also begs the question of yeah.
Ooh, 2 Horde chariot units. I kind of like that. And we also completed
Yeah.
instantly, which is great.
Yes. That's great.
Here I
Well,
am.
maybe next turn.
Well, yeah.
Men, follow me.
Oh yeah. Oh, so we're going to the Delta.
Yeah, because we have to.
Fine, baby.
If we're fighting Ramses, we need to take out
Only destruct
these
society.
Delta and Sinai regions. And
So look at our boys there. Well, I mean, the moment we take Charu, we are literally entering Egypt, so...
Yes. Yeah, it is. I do kind of actually disagree with where Pharaoh is or where Charu's placed. Charu should be exactly here, exactly in this mountain pass.
Yeah. Yeah, and that should be the wall of the ruler. Thank you, Thank you, Age of... it's, which game is it that you have to build it? Pre-Dynastic Egypt. Terribly
Yes.
difficult game,
Oh.
but it
Oh,
really, really
yeah.
hammers on that.
I've replayed Old Kingdom Egypt. It's even harder than pre-dynastic.
Yes, it
but
is.
still just
Oh.
a good game.
Oh, it's so good, though. It's so good. Those
I
games
re-
are great.
yeah. I know they probably won't.
I
But I
know
really
when to
want them
back
to make
off.
like a Middle Kingdom and
March.
New Kingdom.
Yeah, they're not going to.
I
They
know,
said they're not going to.
devastating.
It's so sad. It's so sad. Oh,
This
I
is the
would
thing. It's
have
like, I mean,
Ready yourself.
because they would fit in so well as well. Because with the Middle Kingdom, you start off in the first intermediate, so obviously build up your city, which will probably be Thebes, and then
Loot,
You-
then
give
burn.
in Antifa a good kick up the rear, and then
And you'd have to build Ichitawi.
I can
Yeah.
do this
I know.
all year.
That would be so cool. But alas,
I am
they
here.
said.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
Say good night.
they're saying they won't, so we don't know if they will. It is sad though.
Well, maybe if we write them enough letters with the dreaded British phrase, "To whom it may concern."
Sir, yes. Oh my god. I don't think I ever received a letter like that. Oh, sorry. Oh, wasn't checking the chat. So according to that edgy late 2010s drama, Toot was absolutely a dramatic frontline fighter.
Oh my god, I
No.
remember that. That was so bad. That was so
No.
bad.
Was this the one with Ben Kingsley who plays Jafar basically?
Yeah.
Again. Yeah. No, I didn't watch that. Not a fan. Not a fan of Tutankhamun in general as a concept. I mean, to be fair, every pharaoh says they were a dramatic frontline fighter, right? And the ones that we think actually were, like Tutmosis the first, because he was a general by trade. Surely Ahmose and
Who
Kamose,
else?
for reasons.
Yeah.
Tutmosis the third, right? His son, possibly,
Torches ready.
because he was a jock.
Comfort
Yeah, it was
generals,
Ben Kingsley as
prepare.
aka Jafar. Yes.
I'm
Schemy,
waiting.
schemy, slimy eye, which is it's a thing that I don't know if I like it or not, because maybe he really was the last man standing. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta deal with this.
Yeah, I always view Horemheb as the
I will
opportunist
gladly
rather than
got you.
I, because I mean,
None
with
shall
I,
escape.
he's technically, I believe his claim to the throne was via Nefertiti, because obviously it was the classic who was whose parents. But
Right.
it's speculated
If he
that
was her
yeah,
dad.
exactly.
Right.
That would be
I like
his.
that theory. I like that. So at least he was
Playing
related.
dice.
Horemheb? Probably not, unless he had married Nefertiti's sister, in which case he was
Yeah.
also related. Right? In which case he must have also
You
been
and me.
Exactly.
a relative. Have you watched the old movie, The Egyptian?
Oh, classic.
Okay,
Based on the
that
story about
Horemheb.
Takes.
Yes, but
Yeah.
there's you got Akhenaten, you got the whole family, you got T, who's like a drunkard for whatever reason, and she's always drunk and like
Yeah.
yelling at people, knitting nets, like
Excitement
fishing
ahead.
nets. And you have a very convincing Horemheb who's like, well, we're gonna make Egypt great again. And he's a very questionable character. Also, I think that in that movie they had terrible casting issues because I think they wanted Marlon Brando to play
but they couldn't get
Horemheb.
him. But they couldn't get him. Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't. Yeah.
Because I think it was after The Godfather, wasn't it? But I think it was before Apocalypse. Was it Apocalypse Now or Platoon? Apocalypse Now. I think it was before that, wasn't it? And that's what he was doing with his classic, the horror.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a different. But the kind of failure of that movie actually gave us all the props for 10 Commandments because they
Yeah.
bought them in bulk from the Egyptian. So, good things. But yeah, that movie is a clusterfuck. It's bad. It's really bad.
It's bad, but from an Egyptology point of view, it's a good bad because you can laugh so much at it. It's one of those.
It's well, I mean, okay, the casting for Akhenaten, incredible, fantastic. They could not have found a better Akhenaten. Everything else, I mean, plot-wise, cast-wise, there's an important cat, so points for that. The frescoes in the throne room are incredible.
Yeah.
And all of the art
Let's
and
keep it
art
short.
is great. Costumes inspired,
Passable, I'd say.
passable.
yeah.
The blue
Time
wigs,
for trash.
kind of okay.
This is your last
Everything else
day.
very questionable, and the Sinue thing was just so confusing to me.
Yeah, that's. I have not seen the movie. I have read about the novel, and it's still wild to me that they just like took a guy from a very famous historical
Find me someone
story
to
and then
fight.
inserted him kind of at random into a different
Pitch
thing.
tents.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the chat because it is something that
So
everyone should
much
read about and
distraction
then
and
watch it really if you really want to.
Also, we do need a one more general to complete our ambition. We're gonna need like one more unit. So our choices are we have
Oh, right.
Aule, Amiskora, and Pumpna.
You probably
What the
well, looking at their stats, I would go for.
Well,
I'd go
of
for.
course, one of them is an Etruscan name. I'm not gonna tell
That
you
is
which
true.
one.
Oh wait.
Oh
Okay,
my God.
That's a great
What-
bug.
what-
Okay, watch this. Okay.
Did you see that?
They're all
Did they all
Hesse now.
become-
Yeah.
I see
So we're
money.
in our construction stance. We go over to the buildings tab.
That's it.
We're thinking of recruiting a general, and then we decide that we're going to upgrade a building first, and now they're only in Kneve.
And that everyone is Kneve. Kneve is everyone. Kneve is,
Okay.
he's
I wanna
reproducing
see,
by
for the purpose of bug
parthenogenesis.
testing. Yeah, okay. If I click on them, they have their correct
Yeah.
names. So
Okay.
Kneve is not capable of mitosis, unfortunately.
Alas.
Unfortunately, we cannot have the scene where one of our armies has been defeated, and when they try to find the general, the entire army stands up
It's
and
like,
goes,
I am
"I am
Kneve."
Kneve. No, I am Kneve."
Exactly.
Oh, it
Exactly.
Also,
Well,
Only strength.
once that bug fires, it looks like it won't actually even let you recruit it. Oh no, because we don't have enough
Oh.
camp laborers is the problem. So we
Raiden.
can't. We can't
Oh, okay.
But I want the ambition more than I want the idol of Lauren right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I fight
you know,
for my brothers.
Amsicora.
I
That
do
is an
what must
interesting
be
name.
done to survive.
Yeah,
And he's only going to exist for the maintain 77 units in total thing, and then we're going to retire him again. Because we don't really have a reason for that army to exist.
Okay. So
Life is not fair.
let's see. So Reddit, of all places, I know.
that's a classic Reddit moment.
Well, so
So
that
what
is.
do they say?
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, this is even better. Okay. Give me
Oh
one
my
second.
God,
I'm going to very sketchy websites. Yeah.
Continue the siege.
So that is a Sardinian name. Amsicora is a Sardinian name. We have records of a battle fought in 215 BCE during the Second Punic War between the Sardinians commanded by Osto, son of Amsicora, and the Romans led by Titus Manlius Torquatus. So it is, so instead of Etruscan, vanilla Etruscan, we got Sardinian, which makes sense if we have the Nuragi stuff.
Exactly.
So excellent.
Well, I mean,
then
that's one of the
one
joys.
of the other.
right?
Come again?
I'll let you finish, but I say it's one of the joys of the Sheridan, isn't it? Because I mean, all the evidence points towards them being italic, but we don't know what sort of italic, and it's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yes. I mean, and that guy is named Sardos, so you know. So he's also
Exactly.
Sardinian, I assume, or from Sardis, which is not related to Sardinia. But who knows? Okay, so we got the Kinfolk, the Casca. Okay, it's quite. Oh, Civilization in Peril. Darling, we are the Peril.
We lost one unit, so we need to recruit. We need our friend to be around a little bit longer to recruit a couple more.
Life is not fair.
Gasp.
Shared
Neither am
recruits.
I. Me? Why, I'm a perfect nobody.
Oh, look at them.
Bronze forges, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, so now we're pushing in.
Last
Yeah.
sunrise, Hittite.
Kadesh, which is the settlement next door, is what happens when you say, Mom, can we buy Kadesh? No, we have Kadesh at home. And that's
Kanesh is
and
also
that's
plays a really big role in significantly earlier history, if memory
Yeah.
serves, where that is the main
By the
place
sea
where
god.
the Assyrian merchants in the
Surrender.
old Assyrian
Obey.
period are going to trade, and as a result, it's where we have a huge
Keep them
corpus
busy.
of letters at Kanesh.
excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
I think Octopus
So
has-
so what I'm hearing is we need to destroy it.
Oh yeah, obviously.
100%.
It will help preserve the cuneiform tablets for future archaeologists if we
Exactly.
burn the city down.
A very neat destruction layer is gonna do
Survival
wonders
at
for
all
them.
costs.
Like 9 doctors out of 10 recommend. What doctors? The Sheridan doctors. You know, the famous Sheridan School of Medicine.
Blood
In the
and
meantime,
ashes.
oh, we got rebels too.
Well,
So
yeah,
they
the-
have
That's
issues.
even better.
Yeah, the Egyptians have their own problems going on, which we are happy to add to. So we have. So Per Almon had this garrison, which we need to
I
take
feel
out,
it.
but I think now we
Burning.
can actually
Comfort
march to
generals,
Paramon proper
prepare.
and seize it.
Yes. Yes. Yes, good morning. We are here to claim lands
Yes, so we are now
and
officially
burn them.
attacking Egypt proper. We have burned the House of Amun to the ground, which feels like a solid start. And it gives us,
I mean-
we can see what's going on in like
Ooh.
all of
Ooh.
Lower and Middle Egypt. So look
Shit,
at the
okay.
number of raiding armies that are there.
That is
Sea
delicious.
People Army, Sea People Army, Sea People Army.
Neither
The Libu.
Yeah,
The Libu
Le-
invaders
yeah,
fucking
the
everywhere.
Libu are-
Look at them. The Lookup are up there.
Ramses looks
the-
like he has
the-
inherited his father's province. at Rockhead.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, there's sea people everywhere. Maybe they're not gonna notice us.
Yeah, it looks
Well,
like 'cause Ramses.
let's make them notice us.
I want to get visibility on Ramses because I really want
the future
see
of
if he
Egypt.
has any like field army. Nope. I was
I
hoping
am
to
the
draw
master
Ramses
of
out,
my own
out into
destiny.
battle, but there's no battle to be fought. It looks like right now.
Yeah. Well,
No, where
it
is
does raise,
he?
yeah, it does raise a question. Where is he?
I think he was defeated by
Oh,
some
he's-
of the by somebody somewhere else.
Well, I've noticed you've embedded someone, and it looks like
yeah.
it looks like someone at Thebes.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
not at the embedded is not at Thebes. That's one of the spoils you get. Taking Para Amun
Oh.
gives you visibility as your spoil, and that's what we got. This whole picture of like northern and middle Egypt.
Yeah, though it's only got Thebes open, which is a bit
The
strange.
horizon is a step
If you
away.
if you notice,
Yeah.
Akatarton's abandoned though, as it should be.
As it
City
should be.
Atlas.
And we're not going to rebuild it because we are not heretics.
Exactly.
Yes,
at
yes,
least-
we finally learned the truth about the Bronze Age
Exactly.
collapse that mainstream archaeology doesn't want us to know. Yeah,
100%.
100%. The truth is blonde people made a mess, as they always do. This is blonde people slander now. Or it was Sasa
Remain
all
on your
along, but
toes.
yes, it was us.
Eyes open
Whoops.
always.
With
My
our
bad.
with our
My bad.
Sardinian, possibly Etruscan surfer dude.
Yeah.
Maybe Etruscan, maybe Sardinian. Possibly. I mean,
100% surfer
allegedly.
dude, though.
Yeah. I mean, what else is new? Yeah, no, we're here. We're here to destroy things. We actually just opened a new front in Egypt, and we found out that Egypt is not in good shape. Is it ever? No, sir.
Yeah, Tuana is offering us a paltry tribute, but they would just resettle all that land, and that's we can't have that.
No, we cannot let them resettle. We cannot let them produce shit. But we're going to promise them glory if they kill their own people,
Yeah.
as one does.
So we're just gonna take
You know.
over. I think we could probably also make use of the archers.
Yeah, probably want to take over their strongest units as well.
Fight this one out at Kanesh. Just checking the time quickly. Oh yeah, because you get the flavorful stuff, so you can read about the Hittite elite guard. And I always kind of wonder, like there's like a substantial amount of lore in the game about the Hittite elite units. I have no idea if that's based on textual or archaeological evidence, or if they just like made all of this up to sound cool. Because it does sound really
Yeah.
cool.
Egypt's empire, chat, is like 50 warlords in a trench coat. They call it empire, but we see it for what it is. Petty warlords squabbling while the real enemy is outside all along. Well, actually now he's inside because everyone is and their grandma are getting into Egypt to destroy it. So you know.
Just ended 19th and started 20th dynasty things.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Hashtag dynasty goals.
It must be done.
I mean, I guess it's more dynasty
Do not
goals than,
fear.
I don't know, say
Arena will
the
protect us.
7th dynasty, but I wouldn't put it high up on the list of goals.
Hey, I mean, if your entire dynasty is invented by Manetho, I mean, it has to be a pretty good dynasty.
If literally every dynasty is invented by Manetho, because you know they
Trust in
wouldn't.
our defenses.
They wouldn't. But yeah, Manetho, poor guy, he was really trying. He was trying to fit everything
Yeah.
in. Like, I like to imagine him as the dude from the meme, with like a wall with like post-its, like the equivalent of post-its, and like lines drawn and names. And then a lot of question marks, like Sobek Neferu, question mark, and like Pepe, you know.
It was Pepe Silva.
Exactly, it's him. It's him.
Though it is one of my favourite things with the 7th dynasty with Manetho. The fact no one can agree how long it lasted.
Yeah.
Is it-
Did
is
really
it-
exist?
Let me grab my Manetho because
Please.
I really stand by my professor's commentary that he gave in class in the 7th dynasty, which was, you'd think that after like the 6th or 7th guy dying on the first day, they might like give it a break, not crown anybody for a little while. You know, just see what happens.
No. You can't stay without, you know.
Break them.
So, you have,
Two warriors.
from Senellus, according to Africanus, the 7th dynasty consisted of 70 kings of Memphis, who reigned for 70 days. However, Eusebius said that's rubbish, because he goes, the 7th dynasty consisted of 5 kings of Memphis, who reigned for 75 days. But wait, there's more.
March on.
And then you have the Armenian version of Eusebius, who says the 7th dynasty consists of 5 kings of Memphis who held sway for 75 years. Yeah, so really clear. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no doubt as to how long it actually lasted, in my personal opinion. I mean, chat, do you not get that? Are you stupid, chat?
Ready for battle.
It's like it's 70 days each or combined. Well, that is a really good question.
The answer, yes.
Yes. The answer is yes. We don't like Manetho
Turn back.
kind of invented all of it. Wikipedia says 7th dynasty spurious. It doesn't. So did it even exist?
Javelin salvo.
No. Yes. Does it, like, what makes a dynasty, right? That's the big thing. Because if everyone is fighting with everyone else, they're not going to consider themselves a family, or even remotely related. Not that the others did. Usually, they go by, oh, my father and my father's father, you know, my father's father's father, etc. But it's, you know, dynasties are something invented much later.
Yeah.
And yeah, the 7th one is like we can't take it out now, otherwise we're gonna have to change all the numbers. But it's just you know.
The best way to look at the 7th dynasty, Joe Pasco, is essentially it's like an allegory to explain like the fall of the Old Kingdom. That's like the most commonly accepted. I believe there's an Oxford. I apologise. I can't remember the name at the moment. He's making an argument for some of the early 8th dynasty kings to be put into the 7th dynasty. You know, just to neaten, smooth things out a little bit. But for the most part, the 7th dynasty should be considered like a metaphor for collapse, essentially. Now, the Abidos dynasty, on the other hand,
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You are speaking to a University of Pennsylvania graduate student, so I am familiar with the Abydos dynasty and its unfair removal from the history books as a result of its only having been discovered in 2014.
I mean, I just love the fight between Reinhold and is it Biedman? Where Reinhold's like, no, they exist, and Biedman's like, no, they're part of the 16.
Are they with us in the room right now?
Well, we have the tombs now.
I know, Senepke, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and a few others, but Senemikai is the most interesting in the first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got the I mean, I've got, as you know, I have the book because I am, and I quote, a huge nerd. Also, fantastic book for those who haven't got it. Let me promote it with this beautiful cover.
Yes.
But, I mean, it's a fantastic read. I mean, it goes into the actual tomb itself, the remains found. Let's just say Senebke did not have a very peaceful end.
I mean,
My brother,
right.
the son.
Like several other probably more than the ones we think, because there's not going to be a lot of record, you know,
Blood and ashes.
on people not having a peaceful
Yeah.
end.
Well, unless you're
Oh.
Secondary Tau,
Yeah,
the
I was
unfortunate
thinking,
man.
or you know, the person whose mummy was in that sarcophagus in KV-55.
The potentially Pentaware.
No. Maybe
Oh,
Akhenaten.
maybe Akhenaten.
And potentially Pentaware. Right. So, for the people who don't know, so Second Eretau's number 2, the second was one of the pharaohs of Dynasty 17, and he was killed in battle. And from his mummy, you can clearly see how and with which weapons he was killed. They mummified him, but like his body was sent back, so the mummification started slightly later than usual. And his face is like kind of destroyed. I mean, Ramesses the Third was killed with a knife to the throat. And it wasn't visible on the mummy, but they did a CAT scan, and they figured out that like his throat had been cut like down to the bone.
Yeah.
The individual in the sarcophagus found in KV-55, well, his name was erased from the sarcophagus, and the face of the sarcophagus was ripped, mostly because it was gold, and the mummy is no mummy, is a skeleton.
Yeah. And it was a fairly scattered skeleton as well, if I read the report correctly.
Yeah, and nobody can agree on like which age the skeleton was. And then the possible Pentaweret is this mummy of a man buried in a sheepskin with no burial goods, no name, in a very it's a very haunting, also not really well mummified body, with his mouth open.
Yeah.
So you know, that suggests several things. And this may have been the son of Ramesses III, who was supposed to occupy the throne after Pharaoh's demise, if the plot had succeeded. Because being buried in a sheepskin was an act of desecration of the body post-mortem. So it was a way to ensure that this person's soul would never survive the judgment of the dead. Essentially. So it's an additional fuck you. And also, like, everyone who participated in the plot was disposed of.
Yeah.
And good morning. It's a very gruesome. This is now Mummification Central.
Yeah. So one fascinating thing that has recently come to light with Secondary Tau II is that his hands were bound, which suggests that the art depicting the ritualistic murder of a captive general/king/prince is actually historically accurate, which is not a very nice way to go, being ritualistically bludgeoned.
Yeah, and like they studied the wounds on his head, and like he was probably kneeling too, because like they hit him with like the back of a spear on his face, and then there's like several axe wounds in there. So yeah, there's that. But apart from that, you don't really get a lot. Like, Egyptians would not tell you someone died in battle. They would not tell you how people died, period. right? You don't get that in any tomb. Like even in tombs, you never get the scene of death. You never get the cause of death being mentioned.
The closest thing you get to death is the opening of the mouth ceremony, and that's
Yeah.
kind of it, really.
Yeah, but you're already dead, right? So you have scenes in which this person is alive, and then you have scenes in which this person is already dead, and then already in the afterlife. You never get, the actual cause or scene, because that's not something that they like. Although, I was listening to the History of Egypt podcast, and they were mentioning the tomb. They were mentioning the tomb of, what's her name, Heteferes?
Heteferes, yeah.
Yeah, and there's like there's no body. There's no body in the sarcophagus. And my first thought was like, well, perhaps she was eaten by a crocodile.
100%.
Right? Like perhaps they could, or hippos were somehow involved. Like that's the only way. Like that's the only reason why Egyptians would not be able to like preserve even pieces of a body. And that's yeah. That is wow. Yeah, I didn't know that, but it was a riveting list.
Yeah. The more depressing explanation is that the body was probably destroyed to get amulets, because as you all know, unfortunately, no tomb has actually survived intact. Even Tutankhamun.
Well, Khan Merit's tomb was intact.
Well, apart from the minor break, as in no tomb has been found, as in no burial has been found fully intact. If you want to be the pedantic know-it-all with the glasses going, well, actually.
Yeah. Or no royal tomb. Although, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? There's still space.
Some pre-dynastic tombs with everything in them still. I thought.
Yeah.
So but those are much smaller burials. They're not royal tombs.
Exactly.
They're like a person in a pan grave, or a pit grave. A pan grave is a slightly different thing with like
a pan
pots.
Ooh.
Oh, look, we have the opportunity to help against.
I do wonder if the tombs of the Libyan pharaohs were also intact. The one in Sais, actually, most of them were intact. They just didn't contain a lot. But the tombs had not been touched, and they actually had to enter from the ceiling.
I mean, you have Sunis II as well, haven't you? The unfortunately,
he's one of those.
Yeah, the very poorly timed discovery in 1940. Because I mean, nothing important was happening then, was it?
No. So everyone's attention was on them. But yeah, those were untouched.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think destroying a ship of Lilioma.
Okay. I mean, while we're at it.
I mean.
Here we are in Shippolio's home province.
I mean, borders.
Neither am I.
What borders?
Last sunrise.
We don't know them. Also, Sorry, sir. Wow. Okay, he's putting up a fight, but to no avail.
I do like the little sticky out bits, for lack of a better term, on the Hittite shields.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with those.
This might be.
Let's raise and exterminate. Save it for Hatusha. I think we're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna push for it. I mean, we have to at this point.
Yeah.
See and spittle. Let's
necessarily. And we're getting there with several armies, so that's good.
Now I'm not a professional, but I don't think Shupilum is going to be having a very good time.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a reason would suggest, but I mean, his whole empire is now what, 2-3 provinces maximum?
Yeah, it's
my
down to
dude.
3.
Great king.
Yeah, and Ramesses is not in a much better position either.
No,
He's got his dad's
We're
city.
gonna have to kill these Egyptian rebels, unfortunately, because otherwise we'll take a bunch of attrition on our way to Nebgehes.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Oh, are they Egyptian or are they?
Yeah. Oh, these are Egyptian.
Sinai. Yeah.
Actually, let's find out. Yeah, it looked like they might be. They're Canaanites, because this is.
Yeah.
It's the Sinai, so the local recruitment is Canaanite.
Generals,
Which I guess makes sense, though.
But the troops in
I
here
guess you could
are Magi.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we could convince those to join us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna see if they rally out because we can't attack this turn, and you can only convince
Just
on the
a matter
actual
of
turn of
time.
the battle.
Yeah. Oh, we can wait.
So
We got time.
No, I don't-
hopefully the Magi aren't protecting any,
This
you know,
is
tombs
messy
of
work.
deceased Third Dynasty architects.
Oh yeah.
Right. Who knows?
Well,
Just
you
don't read
can-
from
see.
you can-
Just don't read from the book.
The famous book that is an actual book and not a scroll. The Book of the Dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say the very famous book written in not folio form.
And its well-known golden, physically solid golden cousin, the Book of Life.
Right.
yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, which is the opposite, right? They wrote them in pairs and they sold them
Exactly.
as a set.
Well, I mean, take that, Benbridge scholars.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the situation with I don't know if any of you know anything about Sasanian Persia, but the Sasanian text will claim that when Alexander the Great invaded, he destroyed a set of the Avestas. That like the Avestas used to be written down on like gold tablets.
Find me someone.
That I
to
heard.
Yeah, they were
That I
destroyed by
heard.
This is
Alexander.
your last day.
Of course they weren't. It was a purely oral tradition, as far as we can tell,
Let
prior to
us
that point. And this
explore.
is a Sasanian invention, pretty much entirely. But it's a very. I just think it's interesting. It's a very similar kind of story.
Within you.
Oh, nice.
Means your
What version
gods.
did you get, Iconist? I'm guessing it's the Budge version.
The version of what?
Book of the Dead.
And it occurs to you, I don't have a. I have one that I never really look at. I realize I don't actually have like a good one because I think it may be Budge and.
Oh,
Life
mine
not
is mine is the one translated by Stephen
Prepare
Quirke.
to die.
Oh,
And I
that's
got
the
him to
book.
sign. I got him to sign it
Ooh.
because he was my supervisor at UCL
Sure.
when that book
This
came
place
out.
is history.
Show off.
None shall
And then
escape.
he told me that he can actually speak Italian, but he never told me for like one whole year. And I was like, why the fuck? And I was like, oh, you needed to learn your English. And I was like, okay, fair enough.
Point well made.
Right. I was like, all right, fair enough. That that works for me. Oh, we finally got the minus 10%.
Yes.
Oh, finally.
Very helpful, and then
Finally.
we can now get our. The next one is plus 10% movement, which is also
There
great.
they are.
Also
Ooh, that is
nice. Also nice. Ooh, these people are putting up some resistance. This is a very
Yeah,
fortified
Bad
city,
place,
but
huh?
So we got Medjay
Then
swordsmen,
again-
are these elite Medjay archers. We're gonna take some of those with us, I think, and launch our
Yeah.
attack on the city walls.
let's see.
So this is
Let's see.
Ned-Gehez, the fortress in the Sinai.
And Ramesses' capital.
Yes. Oh, Pasethi.
Mm,
I'm not
mm,
sure what that is. That supposed to be like Pa-set? Pa-en-set?
I think it's part and set. If I had to guess.
But the hey ending.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
throwing me.
That's a Hebrew ending. That's like
Yeah.
West Semitic. Which is kind of in like a very interesting take if this were a specifically like this is a Sinai Egyptian whose name is he is the one of Seth, but rendered into like a very, very Semitic Egyptian.
Yeah.
We'll flood through those gates.
Set up our Medjay archers over here to burn things down for us a little bit.
I just love the image of like the Egyptian defenders like looking over the banners, going,
yeah.
"Wait, guys, what?"
Wait, what happened here? Well, let me tell you.
Yeah, we made a better offer. You know.
Axemen! Smash through now! Make the traitors! Smash the fury!
So it looks like this section,
this-
all
this
they've done
city
is
is-
put up 2 units of archers.
Yeah, sir, please.
Fire!
Are we a joke to you? We are the sea peoples.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you know who we are?
I said this to Kate the other day, but I saw one of my favorite typos on that I've seen so far on the on Wikipedia. Is the English Wikipedia page for the 19th or the 20th dynasty, talking about the invasion of the Sea Peoples, which they spelled S-E-E.
They see, you know,
I mean,
they see people.
I mean, they did. They saw. They came. They saw. They conquered.
Oh,
So
yeah, exactly.
technically, they are the sea people.
Yeah. Also, they saw dead people. You know, no doubt about that.
Warriors march! For the sea gods!
Let's
See, I want to
see.
try something. I want to see if we can get show off our Neurologic warriors and their turtle stance. Get some.
Yes. Yes.
See if we can draw some of the arrows out with
I
that.
never miss!
Well, I see them running around on the walls
Yeah.
while we are, you know. Oh, but this is a nice built-up city. Would be a problem if someone were to throw, you know, fire at all of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which is why we're going to do
It would
that.
be very sad. It would be very
mean-
sad. Exactly. We are very ready for this.
I'm sure the young prince would shed a tear.
Right.
Not that a single tear will help out the fire. You probably need a bit more.
Yeah.
We'll see. Also, like, their leader is not even there. Like, Ramesses is somewhere.
Yeah, that's
Like a
good. But
coward.
have we found where he is yet?
No, he's still presumably waiting to be spawned into a new army or something. But
Yeah. Well, he's definitely not going to be spawning in this one.
no.
No, and he should, you know, he should worry about his wives too.
Victor!
And knives. Random knives.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. You don't fall into a knife somebody's left sitting out in your throne room.
Yeah, right down to the vertebrae as well. I mean,
Right.
happens to the best of us.
Right, I mean, who amongst us? Oh, there we go. We're getting to the walls.
Reach up! Whack their head!
Our boys are working hard on that side. That's good.
Galone formation!
Oh, the fun is about to begin on that side.
Yep.
Oh yeah, second ladder going up.
Destroy them!
Yeah, we're up here. Okay.
No one stops me! Get to the walls! Bows! Fire! Chariots!
Okay, in his defense, their general is there, you know,
Yeah.
defending the gate.
Unlike Ramesses.
Yeah. it'd be more-
Unlike Ramesses. Exactly. I mean,
Fight for glory!
Let's see him write about this at Medina Habu.
Marksmen!
the time
Exactly,
that he refused
not
to show up
worth
to
it.
his own battle and help his own army.
exactly. Remember? Yeah, not worthy of, you know, the name of his predecessors.
Get to the top!
To be fair,
And yes,
Ramses the first his primary contribution to Egyptian history is having children. So.
And grandchildren. Wasn't he also
Yeah.
general though? He was a general.
Oh, he was. He did quite a
Yeah.
bit as a
Yeah.
non-royal, but then once
Yeah.
he reached royal status, he decided to
He was
celebrate by
all-
dying immediately.
Yeah,
He ain't giving it to Seti, which is his greatest
But-
accomplishment.
Yeah, exactly. But he got, you know, he got up where he was because he was a good general.
Yeah.
So we'll give him that, right? Old man Paramesu needs that. Also, yes, Arcanist in the chat is saying that it's neat how much the crenellations of the walls help the defenders, because in
Yeah.
previous Total Wars they were sitting ducks. That's true. But now they're like hiding behind them, which is good. It's a good implementation, you know, of something that would actually work like that.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to stop an axe to the face.
Unite us!
Yeah, well, I mean,
See dominant!
But unless you're very flexible and gymnastic.
you have high dexterity. You can do a dexterity save.
Ramesses, roll a d20.
Yeah, exactly. See if you can do, add your proficiency well.
Okay, so Ramesses, your wife does have an advantage.
Oh, the wife was surely a rogue because she had
Oh, yeah.
sneak
Yeah,
attack and it was a crit. 100%,
Well,
right? We all know that.
I mean, it's definitely she both rolled a 20 and Ramesses rolled a 1. Like, there's no way that.
Yeah. That was a sad moment for everyone involved. I mean, what a shitty way to go.
Oh, well, at least
Hero of the land,
yeah.
saving everyone, and then
Though looking at the positives, at least he wasn't burnt alive like his wife.
Yeah.
well, yes, yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, do we have a ram? Did we open?
Yeah, the gate
Yes.
is open. Ioleos himself has
I
gone
see.
through.
I'm sorry. I saw a giant statue of Ptah in one of the temples.
Ooh.
I love Ptah.
Yeah, okay, turn around. Well, there's giant statues there. And then there is a temple in front of like the gate, and there's a giant statue of Ptah in there.
Oh, so here's our.
Not that one,
Oh.
the one next
Isis.
door. That one. Yes, inside. There you go. Wow.
That's
Oh,
really
okay.
cool.
Ah,
Let's light it on fire.
Yay!
Yeah, well,
So
what a pretty
I
temple.
will say it now. The Memphite triad is like the most underappreciated triad there is.
It's a really good family. Okay? He's a mummy, she's
Yeah.
a lioness, and their child is a lotus flower. I mean, goals.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
Goals.
as I have said, Ptah is definitely a stay-at-home dad.
He's, he works hard. He makes sure that everything is in order. He works in the. Is he like a? I mean, he's a craftsmith, so
Yeah.
he works
Yeah.
in his workshop.
Yeah, I think it's much easier to be a stay-at-home like blacksmith, carpenter type like Ta is
Yeah.
than a stay-at-home giant murdering lion disease bringer.
Exactly. Well, I mean,
Yes.
we all know Sekhmet is the main breadwinner.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yes.
there's
Yeah.
no way around that.
And beer winner,
Oh yes.
Quite literally.
quite literally. Yes. And then no doubts about the paternity of the child because of course, a lotus flower would come out of that union. It's a good family. What can I say? It's a great family.
Unlike a moon who just hides away,
I
not
mean,
giving a damn about Honshu.
Yeah, it's like my son. I don't know him. Who that?
Oh, he's the moon. Oh, that's good for him.
Yeah, good for him. Yes. Your accomplishments. Yeah, we're gonna put them on the fridge so everyone can see them.
Oh, you see my precinct? It's fine. We'll put your little precinct here. Your mother's will just be on the outside. But make no mistake, Honshu. This is mine.
This is my temple, and this
Now
is my city.
Now ignore my priests robbing the tombs. Just get back to your moon things.
They need to repurpose, the precious materials for in all honesty, I really cannot blame them. You know
Yeah.
what? You have all those goods. The dead are not gonna use them. Just,
That's credit
Just
where
take
credit where credit is due. Because of their greed for the gold, it did mean we get the mummies were saved. So
Yeah.
credit where
Yeah.
credit is due.
and they added like the scrolls with the names.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, someone said, and I never thought about it until I heard it, and I was like, oh shit, it's right. We are trusting that there were no switcheroos with the names, huh? We really are trusting those priests, because some people could have been swapped, and we would not. How would we know it?
I mean, they did mix the coffins as well, isn't it? So it's like, oh no.
Right? So we don't really know.
Yeah, I guess
We're not entirely sure.
I guess the faith is in like the priest probably took at least that job pretty seriously. Like that feels like the kind of thing where
Where you have one job, I mean, one hopes, right? That you got a
Yeah.
list and like,
Yeah.
And when that
Post-its
job is
on
like,
everyone.
correctly labeling the deified past rulers of the past 500 years that you'd hope you wouldn't just throw stuff around.
Yeah. I
No.
mean, I don't know.
I mean,
One hopes that
Ramesses
they wouldn't
1,
give that to
Ramesses 1,
the
Ramesses
interns,
4. What's the difference, to be honest?
right? My God. That's
That'll
not
be good.
something that you give like to the young, like the 14-year-old Sam Priest. who's
Okay,
like,
so I know this is your first job. You know, we expect you to learn as you go.
But you really.
It's no big hassle if you mess up. You know,
My brother.
we all make mistakes. I remember my first Ramesses.
I am the master of my own destiny.
Right? Oh my God. Okay, so the chat is telling us that in a novel called Kraken, one of the major side characters is a Shabdi, who is the head of the London Familiars Union. The backstory is that he was made by one of the striking workers during the reign of Ramesses III, showed up in the Duat, and instituted the socialist revolution.
Oh,
I love this.
that is
That's
incredible.
That's something that those workers would have done, probably.
Especially if they didn't get their bread.
Exactly.
Alright,
Chupiluluma,
Chupiluluma
dear.
with a proper royal army with actual soldiers.
Oh,
in it,
finally.
appeared.
Finally.
So
But
we're gonna obviously try and scare them a little bit. Display
As
of
one
power,
does.
And then steal one of their best chariots and fight them off.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and you
sounds
got
about
you
right.
got an achievement there.
Yes, we've gotten several achievements, mostly for doing the Path of Marauders thing X amount of times. So that one was using Show of Power 3 times. We've gotten one for burning
Nice.
50 settlements.
As
That
you
is
do.
great. That's what we need. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need. Okay. So he has a pretty heavy army.
Yeah. So we're gonna make them walk a long distance, which is
Yeah.
really do when the enemy is sufficient.
Maybe they'll arrive tired.
Yeah.
You know.
I am surprised he is able to afford that. I guess he would have used his royal callings, wouldn't he?
Well. Yeah, he still has vassals.
Yeah. Because I mean, as we all know at this point, his kingdom isn't exactly in the greatest shape.
And yet he can still field like a pretty
Yeah.
decent, but I think this is the last decent army. Like this is the last line
Yeah.
of defense probably.
Yeah, which is, I mean, fair. You know, I've been in that point in a campaign where you're like, okay, it is this or nothing. I'm going to throw literally all of my money into this force.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Unlucky for him when it all came crumbling down. A lot of forests though, so that's definitely going to be to your advantage.
Right.
Chivalium's aura seems to be visible for us at all times. That's interesting.
Unlucky for him.
Yeah. Well, he's just got this, you know, orb that he's brought with him onto the battlefield for whatever reason.
Are you suggesting Shupialima is pondering orb as he approaches?
Oh, perhaps. No, but here you can see all the high-level Hittite units. You get veteran axemen.
Yeah.
And then their elite that they have are the royal chargers. They have golden spears, the Massetti, and elite Hittite chariots. But we also have those things. So all these units are pretty vulnerable to range.
Sons of a dead kingdom!
They're also gonna
Well,
arrive
yeah.
like short of breath because, you know.
They're running, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never back down!
Yeah.
And there's also a very nice forest that Shupialima is
We are
so generously entered.
unstoppable.
Right. So how nice of him.
Always strong.
In the meantime, my parents won in a raffle the biggest Easter egg I've ever seen.
Oh, nice. What sort of Easter egg? Like, what?
It's dark chocolate Easter egg.
Oh,
Like it is giant. It's large. It's incredible. My dad sent me a photo, and it's like this Easter egg is like it goes up to his waist.
Wow.
Yeah. They yeah. So they bought the number of like both of their birth year because they were born in the same year, and they won. It's this immense thing. I'm like, what the fuck? What are we even gonna do with it?
Well, probably eat it over the course of the next. Well, wait, the chocolate egg or just like a regular egg?
It's a chocolate egg, so like well,
Yeah.
probably like break it into pieces, froze it, and then temper it and melt it down
Yeah.
to cover sweets and other things. That would be the modus operandi. But yeah, because next week is Easter, so of course we are going to have sacrifices
Yeah. I mean,
in this game.
super early Easter this year.
Yeah.
I think it's like the second earliest it can be, isn't it? I think.
No, it can go a little earlier. I know we've had Easter on the 27th, and I think maybe once earlier than that. But it is a very, very early Easter, yes.
Strong spirit!
The joys of using a lunar calendar to determine.
Right. Day 28, and then you know.
Drowned in blood!
Let's do a little research. What is the earliest Easter can be?
Mid-March, maybe. I don't think before that.
Soldiers of hunting! We will
So
not
earliest
back.
Easter has been
March away!
March 22nd.
Start marching!
Okay, yeah. So mid-March.
Yeah. So it won't fall that early again until 2285. So unfortunately we won't be having the earliest Easter in our lifetime unless you are cryogenically frozen.
Well, but if we're still alive, we in some 40 years we're going to see Halley's Comet.
Oh.
Only once in our lifetime. It's coming back in the 60s.
Well, I for one look forward to the next Norman invasion of the UK. So.
Right, because that's what it brings, right? The last time it was seen in the UK, it was 1066, and it's on the Bayeux Tapestry with this great Latin that doesn't really work like that with Isti Mirant Stella. And you're like, does it miss an M? But I like the feeling, and they're like all huddled down and pointing, and there's this giant star, this comet in the sky, incredible. And the silhouette of this ghost Norman ship under the throne of Harold, incredible, fantastic. Oh my god.
So annoyed that the last bit didn't survive though.
Yes.
So annoying. The actual coronation.
I know. I mean, listen, long things from the past that did not survive, and this is not an innuendo. The Tabula Poitingeriana, which is this giant map, late antique map of like the ward, basically the Roman Empire ward. We are missing the westernmost part, which is the one that might have had, the fortunate islands and the coast of Spain and Africa.
Yeah.
Lost. We don't have it. It's so enraging. It's so sad.
See, this is why we should invent a time machine so we can
go back and copy it down.
No, not copy. We steal it.
Oh, I was like, we can take a photo. We can snap a photo with our.
Sorry, that's just the Brit in me speaking.
Fair. We steal. I mean, you know what? For once,
And then when you go back and steal it, you find that the reason it was missing is that you stole it.
is that you
Okay.
stole it exactly, and then you can blame the British, from the very beginning.
I for one want to live the 19th century Englishman experience of going to like Egypt, Italy, Greece, looking at something and going, "Ooh, look, darling, that's going straight into my basket. That's going straight into my basket."
So yes, I mean, not that Italy was not doing that to Egypt. The world's second largest collection of Egyptian antiquities is in Italy.
Well, I mean, credit where credit is due. At least Turin did most of it above board, unlike the Louvre.
I mean, yes, but still, right? It was the royal collection, right?
Good old Victor Emmanuel,
Right?
the
Yes.
short man with the very big one.
All of them. Well, his dad was tall. Oh, you know the rumor
Yeah.
of Victor Emmanuel II not really being
Yeah.
the real son. Okay, but being the son of a butcher. Which mood? I buy that, but So in the meantime, speaking of butchering and
Oh, yes.
killing,
Yeah, because we've driven
Let's
out.
see.
Shipuleuma's attempt to save himself has failed, so we'll see what's left of that at the end of the.
but the faction is it's not
Yeah.
destroyed yet, but because they have like 1 or 2 settlements left, I think.
Yeah, we're just gonna need to run up through, thoroughly destroy Hattusha, but I think it's also time, perhaps, to take out some of the famous large cities of the Delta while we're here,
Ooh.
because Iolaos.
Mm-hmm.
My brother,
No.
the sun, beckons me to him.
Send him across the Bitter Lakes to Kess, perhaps, just to warm up.
In
on
my element.
I mean, we all need a good warm up when we do a nice little bit of friendly pillaging.
They have successfully gotten
Ooh.
everybody in Egypt as their various vassals or allies.
Blood and ashes.
Which is probably why
Interesting.
Egypt hasn't been united, is because they've all been kind of vassalized by Men Nefer. So, like, Seti never
Okay.
gets to expand because, yes, this is something I've seen
It-
happen. Early on,
Interesting.
sometimes, the AI will, as soon as you declare war on them, offer to vassalize
I fight for my
themselves
brothers.
to
I do what
the,
must be done to survive.
to Memphis.
Me, why I'm a perfect.
Yeah, they say they vassalized Meneptah, don't they?
Yeah. And
Order
then
the
Because they act like little
You
bitches.
and me now.
Right. Well, it does make sense though.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you would seek the protection of Pharaoh, so.
Right. Oh, look who's back and still alive, more or
here
less.
it is.
yeah, he's still around. We're gonna
As long as it
keep him
takes.
encircled and
Oh yeah,
I
he
come
cannot
for you.
escape. Where would he go? Goodbye, sir.
yeah, there's our
sorry.
some of the other Hittite factions
Yeah.
that we're gonna take out.
Are any of them allied to Shupuralima? Or
No,
Pirate
they're
and adventurer.
less communally minded.
I'll
lot,
make them
being
squeal.
Sinhati.
Yeah.
Keep them busy.
Have you tried the new
Touching
Blood
me
and Gore
costs a
DLC
hand.
for this?
No, I haven't. I'm not. I don't actually pay
Yeah.
enough attention to the visual in battles for it to be worth any money for me to improve it.
A lot of decapitations. More than you would expect.
Say your final
I mean,
words.
I understand for like gaming purposes, it's not that easy to decapitate someone
Right.
on the battlefield in a mass with bronze weapons.
Amit knows from personal experience. It takes at least 5 swipes.
I'm just saying. It's like pop culture makes it seem much easier than it is.
Retreat.
But it's not a clean job. It's very rarely a clean job. Even in executions, it's very rarely a clean job.
Ask
Which
Mary
leads to
Queen of Scots, yeah.
horrifying things. Exactly. Or
Oh,
like
oh.
many of the people who revolted in the 1700s against the
Yeah.
King of Naples and whose executions were butchered, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the most famous
She was
famous one in
oh,
England. It's Pole, isn't it? The
I think
one
so.
Henry VIII, where the executioner like took 18 swings. It's like, I think you need a new job, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yoleo,
Ooh,
brother
Amsikora
to
is
the
back. Good man. Good lad.
Yep, he did his job of existing for 2 turns and then not existing anymore very efficiently.
I mean, listen, we needed him for that, basically. You know, and he has a cool
Burn
name, we'll
first,
give him that.
questions
Yeah.
later.
Wait, so who is Pharaoh right now in Egypt?
That's a good
Consi-
question.
Considering the vassalization, I guess it'd be what is Menefer?
Yeah.
Time
Right,
for
whoever owns Menefer. Ooh,
Yeah.
is there a way to find out? Maybe they're wearing the
I'll
crown
destroy
in
this
the
place.
In diplomacy.
in the
yeah.
diplomacy
Yeah.
panel.
For Pharaoh's glory.
Knowledge is power.
Oh,
What?
Tausret has a.
Nemes.
She's
yeah.
the menace.
But that just means she's a pretender, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because she doesn't have the vassals. So who is it that has all the
I will
vassals?
carve out
It's
a legacy.
Mennefer,
All
but Mennefer
will
is literally
remember
just
me.
the city of Mennefer at this point, and he isn't wearing any crowns or anything. Muneni.
Interesting. Well, I guess. Well,
maybe it is
Bernetta is
Clarissa.
dead.
Maybe it is
Ah,
Townsend.
maybe
Unless-
it's her.
Unless it's that gold-addicted bastard that is a menace.
Mm-hmm. Unless the civil war is still in full swing, so nobody is Pharaoh.
I will guide Egypt.
Try something. We're gonna buy
Yeah.
out Tao's Red. I just want to see what she has. Okay, so like southern Egypt seems to be doing pretty well. It's the Delta that's in the state of like total disarray and destruction.
Tell me something I don't know.
I mean, it's Towsray, isn't it? I mean, what do you
Sea
expect?
pirate and adventurer.
How do you solve a problem like Towsred? Well,
Move it, gang.
oh, here comes our boy.
Yeah.
Here he is.
The trouble is we have this
Venture onwards.
sufficiently large
Prosper
garrison
at
at
all
Tegarama.
costs.
It's causing some issues. So we've pulled both armies in, and I'm hoping that we can just wipe them out pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, our shoes are nice, but their shoes are better.
Yeah,
Can I
is
say
the
that?
unfortunate thing. They are pointier, so on the objective like shoe
I am here.
quality scale.
See and spittle. No.
Yeah, they
fight.
beat us at that.
No
But you know what? We have Neves, so
Exactly.
he's Neve, so he's better than everyone else.
I mean, who else do you need, realistically?
Yeah, exactly. Like any other general that we recruit is never going to be as cool as him. He's just the coolest man. That's just a fact.
Alright, so we have another chance to destroy Shibboleyoma. We're gonna do the same thing and steal all of his nice chariots. Because I don't much feel like getting outflanked. I very much do feel like outflanking him.
Mm-hmm.
Man, some of his units have already taken a beating as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these archers are gonna be, or the javelineers rather, are gonna be pretty insignificant, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna how do you
Main
say
issue.
steamroll?
Uh-oh. Well, it's sufficiently rainy. They're oh right, because they're going to be coming in two waves, one from out of this fortress and one from the thing. So we are going to try and move our kind of more aggressive charger units all together. See if we can't overwhelm them all right at the start.
Sailing is my passion.
Thankfully, with this, you shouldn't need to rely on fire arrows, at least, so... Did it say what the dynamic weather's doing after the rain?
Oh no, this is just raining the whole time.
Rain whole time, okay.
Axeman! Cut and gut them! Vigilmaker! Perish!
And one of their armies is still
Drown in blood!
hidden.
Yeah, they're coming over. They're going to be coming over this ridge.
Reefs up. Face the fury. Wipe them out. Blood and battle. Axe warriors.
Swordsman! No one can break us! Axeman!
Yeah, there's their heavy chariots.
Get down.
You know,
Strike hard.
catching them when they're trying to spawn in is pretty much the way to take care of them without them actually causing any
Yeah.
damage. Otherwise, they could be a problem, but if you can trap them so they can't keep cycle charging, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you pin them down, just like in history, they're a bit troubled.
No one can break us.
just
Yeah,
like at
they are-
Kadesh.
That was a great victory. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. I believe, as Ramesses said, the Hittites lost badly. I don't know whatever Shupalum is telling you.
Absolutely, and that is why they then signed the treaty, on equal terms, because they lost so
Exactly.
badly that the Egyptians felt bad and were like, oh, perhaps we should treat them well.
That look, we won't take Kadesh just for you.
Fear nothing.
Exactly, and Kadesh is going to be conveniently the border,
Yeah.
but it's not like someone charged into battle without waiting, for other reinforcements.
Ramesses acting rashly. My God, this vile Hittite propaganda.
Hack them down.
Right? My God.
Chariots.
I'm so angry at this right now. I'm going to go to my nearest statues and start chiseling his name into them.
Exactly. Chopping off noses and all of that. Taking down the statues. I mean, there are quite a few statues in the UK, so you may actually be able to do that.
I mean, Queen Elizabeth isn't going to be using hers anytime soon.
Take you.
Right, so...
Right
I mean, she kind of looks like Ramesses if you squint and have negative 200.
If you don't look... If you look elsewhere, yes. Right, if you look elsewhere, like, oh yeah, I see the resemblance.
It's uncanny.
Swordsman.
To
Absolutely
paraphrase
uncanny.
one of my favorite Onion articles, 5 pictures of Ramses II that will make you say, wait, that's not Ramses II, that's the Queen of England.
I thank you for our one year subscription. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Bubear.
I'm not done yet.
We don't know where we would be without you. We would, probably still be here killing people, but it's important. We appreciate your support, and we like your dog. I know for a
Also-
fact.
Oh yes, this is a
Also,
very
I want to make
pet-friendly
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, necessarily. We would probably be dead. I mean, yeah, yes. I'm not going to confirm nor deny. Speaking of dead, well, I see several units that are running. That is good. Unfortunately, these Hittites are like always fighting in the rain, so our fires are not really working so much against them.
And so we're taking all these like morale and accuracy and range penalties, and the Hittites are taking much less penalties.
Yeah.
Never surrender.
Well, because they are protected by the storm god,
Yeah.
and yet.
Hack them down.
Or so they
Thankfully-
claim.
Yeah,
Oh, so
But
they claim,
thankfully,
right?
no,
Yeah,
looks
they
like-
tell us.
yeah. They're so-called storm god.
Watch out for
Exactly. We totally believe it. Their storm god who's in Canada, right? Oh, you don't know him. He goes to another school.
Just like Shupi Luna's girlfriend.
Exactly. Oh, you wouldn't know her. She goes to another school. She's from another country.
Oh, I suppose this is a good question for the Kate and I did the American version of the girlfriend in Canada. Is there an English version of the like? Oh, you wouldn't know her. She's in whatever. What's the?
Yeah.
Certainly not in France.
No, ours is like, oh, you would know her. She's obviously the classic. Oh, she's at the school next over. Or you would know her. She's like Welsh or Scottish, or obviously.
She goes to another uni.
I live to slay.
It's totally real, guys.
I swear. I mean, for several years, I was the girlfriend who was in Canada. So
Hack them
there
down.
was something funny there, and a lot of people had never met me. So there were claims that I wasn't real.
Swords. Strike hard.
You were the 7th dynasty of.
I was the 7th dynasty of it all. Yes. It was the spurious claim.
The Manetho relationship.
Exactly. It was the, what is it, 75 days?
Yes.
75
Or-
years,
or
75
some-
days, yes.
120 relationships in 75 days.
That would be Greek mythology for you. That would be Heracles.
Yeah, or Zeus.
Or, you know, Ramesses II. In several years, you know. I was joking the other day with a friend that, like, after, like, the first 25 boys, they were just spinning the wheel. They were like, okay, so this wheel is for the adjectives and this wheel is for the theophoric name, and we're just gonna spin. We're just gonna spin it. Because there are only so many names. And then everyone
Welcome.
becomes Ramesses.
It's like the world's first game show. Welcome to Name That Prince.
Exactly, exactly.
Royal wife number 3. Would you go up to the name of the god that will be your first child's name?
Exactly. Exactly.
And we have time.
Yes. And we have, they even have like Meriaten. Like
Yeah.
one of the, and he's the high priest of Heliopolis. And I'm like, okay, I guess that
That
works.
makes sense.
Now, let's see what position in court your son will have.
Exactly. And then when they're done with the positions in court, they just invent the position. Oh, the overseer of all the vineyards of Egypt.
And
You
then
know,
afterwards,
the chief of seers of the temple of blah blah blah, which is a great title.
Oh yeah.
And now for the bonus prize. If you will choose either curtain 1, curtain 2, or curtain 3. I'll pick curtain 3. Congratulations, you have won Per Ramesses' latest brand of racing chariot.
Which, to be fair, yes. I mean, that is one hell of a gift to give. Or horses.
Yeah.
Because
just
you got the
ready to
chariot
go.
already. But new horses?
I'll make them squeal.
But will you bet it? Will you bet it on the you know, where you bet it all on the bonus game of can you survive the Sea People's invasion?
Bonus game
Life
mandatory.
is not fair.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Necessary.
you gotta go all in.
Yeah.
Well, in this case,
Last
Shupiluluma is
summer
not.
is hit
Look at her. Neve.
Last
So we
summer.
can
Yeah.
Our dear boy. I mean, he really is. He's the best general.
Oh,
He's got
100%.
everything. He's got everything. He's got the apron. He's got the bronze
I fight
apron.
for my brothers. I
Horses
do
is
what
one of
must
those
be
gifts
done
you had to give
survive.
away again because you can't afford to take care of it. Yes,
Last
I
sunrise
really
hit
want to
night.
believe that people just, you know, recycle the
I'll
horses. It's
destroy
like,
this
"Oh,
place."
this is great. It's just what I want. It's like, can we give them to grandma? Can you know? Can we, hey, do we have a cousin who's getting married and we
My
can give them
brother,
these
his
horses?
son, beckons
So
me.
it would be like the same with like ancient Egyptian beers, and it's like, oh well, we've had this for a while now. Starting to smell a bit funny. Just give it away.
Just give it. Yeah. It's a great
They cannot
gift.
hold out.
My God, they're still, you know, in the original package. Just give them,
Ready to
you know.
give in?
Oh. Ooh, skill points. Of course, he has the
Yes.
skill points.
Oh,
He's so good.
So
I mean, he is Neve. What more do you want?
Exactly. He's the coolest man. Yo, Shupiruluma is really putting up a defense, huh?
yeah, I suppose I can't really blame him considering as it is like,
No.
the potential end of the Hittite Empire and all, but no.
So we're
actually,
not really rewriting history too much here.
No, just burning down the Hittites. That's pretty much what happened. Shupililiuma the second, probably Shupililiuma the last. You know, I don't think we get anybody after him claiming to be king of the Hittites, and we don't even know that much about his own reign. If memory
Right.
serves, I'm not a Hittitologist.
Well, lucky for you, we will have one of those next week. Just in time
Ooh.
for not seeing the Hittites anymore.
Yeah,
Probably.
it'll be a fun way to start. Here's the city. You study. We just burned it down.
Yeah, we just killed everyone. I'm gonna send in the VOD. Once we're done with this.
I'm going to say this now. Kaneve just did Shupuluma dirty.
Warriors,
Yeah.
march.
He did.
They're giving
He's
him a little bit
Italian.
of giving him a little bit of hope, thinking, "Oh, I've won this fight," but no.
Mm-hmm. You know, he's Italian. He fights
Sea
dirty.
pirate and
Oh, yeah.
adventurer.
Do we have enough eminence to raise and
They will
exterminate
fall.
any of
That's
the
what
big
I'm-
cities that we are?
That's what I'm hoping
Right.
to build up to is if we can get that.
Well, how many? You need 80, don't you, for raise
Yeah.
and exterminate? I think. So you probably just need to raise one more settlement.
Yeah, I'm well, but we
Prepare to
have
die.
because the city where it's that outpost garrison.
Ah,
That's
that's
where
that's
they're
two
gonna- I'm trying-
garrisons.
yeah, they have that one over there as well. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we
okay.
can burn this one down easily, but we're gonna have
Say
to.
good
Yeah.
night.
We should just leave
Not a good time.
and make our
Head
way.
back.
Destroy the outposts for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also get a little, but yeah. We have not quite reached Hattusha yet, and it'll take a little bit of time to build up the siege equipment and all that. So we'll have time.
Plenty
Oh,
of
yeah.
time.
In the meantime, we are, you know.
Costs.
Oh yeah.
'Cause, yeah, that's not it's not nearly as helpful as all the increased movement.
The movement. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what you need to go for as a Sheridan, really, just as much movement as you can.
Yeah, moving as much as you can. Yeah, it's the best. It's the best. It's the strategy that pays off the most.
Have either of you played Lu Bu in Total War 3 Kingdoms?
No.
I have not. No.
He's also like that. He has like an ability
Oh, is
to replenish and restore your army's movement, and you can kind of sprint across the map very rapidly, fighting everyone and burning down cities, and then your economy collapses. It's a fun time.
Oof. Oof.
Oh yeah, this is that Maldaya
We are out of here.
Yeah.
force that we were.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
I know when to back off.
Can we keep running? We cannot keep running. We gotta fight this one, huh?
Yeah. Well, the thing that's causing the trouble is the chariot. Actually, no, they're gonna be. No, we absolutely win this fight. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, get them.
The
Get
auto
them.
resolve
Get
is
their
massively
asses.
overvaluing a chariot in a battle where the chariot is not going to matter as much as they think it will.
It's not. No, exactly. The terrain is not chariot terrain.
It's not even that. It's the army composition. Because we
I mean-
have a bunch of heavy spearmen and
Yeah.
very long-range slingers and javelins.
And they've got no range at all, by the looks of it.
No.
They will walk right into our ambush.
Of course, it's raining.
Spears.
Yeah.
Is this the way of the Hittites? I mean,
They're only happy when it rains.
It's like the opposite of us Brits.
Fist of Poseidon.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were complaining a lot. Maybe they were like, the storm god again. You know, my rheumatisms. My pain. But then again. But yeah, they don't have range. They only have the chariots, and everything else is spearmen and axemen.
They are not going to have a good time.
No.
Oh no. No. It's gonna be one hell of a day for them. It's gonna be soggy and gross. And it's going to be raining darts and projectiles and arrows and, you know, you name it, we'd have it. We're gonna throw everything at them. Pots, pans, swear words, cats probably.
Kitchen sink.
Yes, yeah, they yelled Fist of Poseidon. They did yell that. You know, where I wanna say that you know, mentioning a watery god when talking about fists is good because lubrication is important. But yes, also mud is a fantastic scrub. So yes. So everyone is going to come out of this battle with you know, a lot of moisture. Let's put it that way. We're not gonna say where, but everyone's going to be very moisturized after this fight. And they also literally threw their chariots in between our spears.
Yeah, 'cause then
Whop, whop.
the
Whop,
slinger is
whop,
out,
whop,
and
whop.
then
There we go.
Oh right, because this card has a soundboard. I always forget about that.
We do. We do.
This is like
So when we win, we will have, you know, the air horn.
this is like what were they thinking? I know obviously it's AI, but at the same time it's like come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
The answer is usually not very much.
Yeah, not a lot.
Yeah, it's like as Ajax has just pointed out, it's Sun Tzu's most famous speech. If in doubt, just get your troops killed, and you'll.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the way. Okay, well, so much for the auto resolve. You know, telling us that we would surely lose this fight.
You are also having way too much fun with that soundboard.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I can't upload sounds here. Otherwise, I would have uploaded myself saying, "Ma'am," but alas, I don't have permission to do that because I don't own this server. If I did, I would. Yet, if I did, I would.
There is still time.
You're right. You should petition. You should petition the. I don't know who runs the server.
I will ask. I have no idea. I will ask. I'll see if we can add like proper sounds, since we use this channel pretty often. Okay, their axes are in a pickle. Their spears and swords are, well, also not doing too hot right now.
Just see if we can maximize the amount of missile fire on them. Because it is true that our melee troops are worse. Which is the concern.
But thank goodness we also have like ranged troops. So.
Well, thankfully their chariots have already gone, so.
Yeah.
But then at stage, so this isn't exactly the map for chariots, so it's not too much of a surprise.
Too heavy.
Yeah.
Like the ground is the terrain is too heavy. It's like it's muddy, it's gross, and they ran into us. So.
Yep, choices were made.
Choices were made. Their general is in the thick of battle. You know.
As it should be.
As it should be, unlike Ramesses. You know. But yeah, our line is holding, so that's good.
Yeah, it seems very evenly matched at the moment. It's just going to be a case of how effective is the missile going to be.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you still got a general in reserve, haven't you? So.
Yeah, they're armored Anatolian swordsmen.
Sling your stones.
There we go. All right. You think skirmishers are, if memory serves, at least somewhat decent in melee?
In melee, yeah.
Yeah.
They're okay. Mostly what they have is a lot of staying power, but I'm hoping that we can use them a little bit. Because as they're running out of ammunition, we now effectively get a melee unit on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Probably worth getting around that back, since you do have that gap there, which is nice.
Yeah. This is a tough battle.
Swords! March on! Send the hailstorm! They die today! Victory awaits!
Okay, one of their swordsman's unit is receding. The one that is alone, essentially.
Yeah.
Fighting against our general, so that's good.
Victory awaits! Bound by duty!
And the other one now is also surrounded, so that's good.
I want to see if we can route this to them first.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're alone. They're alone, so.
Plus it'll free up the general as well.
Yeah.
We have no chance!
Yeah. Their general is still holding on, huh?
Take you.
Yeah, they're shaking. Okay,
those.
good.
Yeah. That sword unit's just evaporating now, which is nice.
Yep.
Yeah. They're done.
That'll be it. That'll be the battle one now.
Strike with purpose.
Then we can refocus all the archery stuff on, or all the slingers onto their general.
Bound by duty.
Yeah.
Through. Stall, let fly.
And then on the left flank we have our boys surrounded those three units. I thought there were two, but there are three. There's 3 units of melee fighters. They're exhausted.
I think Frank
Just look like one of your
Send them.
just look like one of your spears has run away though.
What is the yellow danger symbol on top of them? I saw it on top of a few of their units.
Swing and loose.
like what? I didn't catch that.
It was like a triangle with like an exclamation point in it
I don't know. I think
on top of some of them. There you go. Now it's red.
Oh, let's not remember that. No, it's not gonna tell us, unfortunately. It's
Boo.
either indicating a change in
Get it out of here.
threat level, which is a thing that the AI seems to use, or it's indicating a change in like just how the it's threat level. I see.
Okay. Okay.
As commanded.
Ooh.
All right. Running that. It looks like this group is basically routed.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, there's one group that is kind of still holding up, and then there's like their general. But like once we're done with the ones on the left, then okay, one group is definitely running, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they are. Okay, that's good. Okay, those two are very close to running as well. Oh, their general
Okay.
is there you go. Nice. Oh, he really tried,
Just
huh?
like that.
Boo.
That was a good battle though.
Yeah.
It was a good battle.
You can see that their chariot only killed 35 units. And then
Yeah, well,
if you look at the amount that the armored Hittite skirmishers are capable of doing.
Yeah, they're
well
so
done.
good. There it is.
I was waiting for that. You know, the Tyrrhenian trumpets, the famous Tyrrhenian trumpets, right? That would call people to battle, etc. Now we know what they sounded
yes.
like that.
It's actually
Necessarily, this is.
It's actually one of the cool things, speaking of the History of Egypt podcast, who's both a guest and someone we mentioned in this particular stream. Sometimes he'll play the clip that they got of
The
Tutankhamun's
trumpets.
trumpets, yeah, which I think
Yeah.
is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ally attacked by Tausret.
I
Oh,
fight
that's
for
for
my
them.
brothers.
Yeah, they can deal.
I
F
do
in the
what
chat.
must be
Yeah, watch
done
out,
to
Jericho's
survive.
walls.
There's Hattusha.
Ooh, the Casca invaders. Thank you, guys.
We're gonna do something very particular here. We're gonna let them think that we're helping them, and then we're not going to help them.
And then we're gonna, and then we're gonna not help them at all.
We're going to, as they say, kill with a borrowed knife.
Fall into the knives, you know.
pirate and adventurer.
Oh, Maldia is a pain in the ass with all these
Continue
stupid
the siege.
outpost garrisons.
Yeah, so we'll lock up the one garrison.
They will fall.
Whoa.
But yeah, that's the remains of the army plus the settlement garrison. Yeah, we're gonna need both
I know
stacks,
when
I
to
think.
back off.
Yeah.
Over there. Go.
Yeah. Well,
They've got 2 outposts, haven't they, on that one, I think.
yeah. One is under siege, but there's the other one too.
What we
Annoying,
can
for
do
sure.
is destroy the correctly named Unu.
You
Yay.
exactly, Heliopolis.
Excitement
Yeah,
ahead.
the city of the sun. Unsurprisingly, well
Albeit
defended.
in a bit wrong place, but you know.
Yes.
This can't be choosers.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, exactly.
one of the problem with the whole game is that they had to like compress a lot of things.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Ooh, minor victory.
All right, we got horns. Okay. We're sailing the sea.
We get some good fishing scenes.
Yeah, we got all of our shirt then. This
And now the fun begins.
landing.
Those poor Egyptians.
Oh, the Egyptians running. This is very Prince of Egypt, huh? This is very much the all I ever wanted scene from Prince of Egypt. Nice.
Now we just
Nice.
need people throwing babies to crocodiles.
Exactly. Oh, I'm going
brother,
to save
the
you.
sun,
Puts the fucking
beckons me to
basket
begin.
in a river that's got traffic,
That
it's
isn't
got
my
hippos,
destiny.
it's got crocodiles. What are you doing, woman? What are you doing? How are you saving that child? But, you know.
All I'm gonna say is the start of the song "Deliver Us" is like me going to the local Home Depot, like getting my building supplies. Sand,
Yes, exactly. Straw, mud.
raise up.
Exactly. Faster! Bam! With the with the whip. Sorry, we need to play the Etruscan trumpets for our big
Every
victory.
time we win.
Every time we win, we're gonna play the trumpets. That's it. You know,
I mean,
it is ancient. It is ancient tradition.
Exactly. It is very accurate as well.
Exactly. Okay,
Or
so
sort
now
of
if the
came from
Casca
imagery.
invaders raid Hattuja, we're gonna have to exterminate them, right?
Yeah, well,
Like we all agree on that.
we want the spoils out of the city, and they're okay. Right. They have moved on.
Okay, they're
they've
fucking
given
done.
up.
Survival. at
Good
all
for
costs.
them.
Our job a little bit easier by raising the outpost. But then let's see, what is Chusha going to have actually in it?
Life is not fair.
There is a fortress up there, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
that's the other outpost.
Yeah, they got the
As
garrison.
long as it takes.
Okay, we can reach that. So let's
Last sunrise. hit that.
Let's lay siege.
run over there.
Strength.
Destroy
No, we
any
can't. No, we can. Yeah. Yeah, I meant like
Yeah.
lay siege to the
This is
outpost
your
because
last
yeah,
day.
it's a fort.
I'll
Okay,
destroy
yeah.
this place.
Yeah. They're really defending themselves well. We have to give them that.
Yeah, credit Stu. Those
Yeah.
filthy Hittites.
Right. The wretched kingdom of Kati.
Prepare to die.
Sir.
I can
Yeah,
taste
where are you
So we
going?
siege that, and then it's a
I protect my
confusing like
brothers.
movement rules thing. Oh, okay, he's still gonna be in range, so we should.
March until
Yeah.
arrival.
Okay, we should be able, to obliterate them. Okay, that's good. That's important. You and your stupid pointy shoes. Fuck. Anyways.
And his pointy hat.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
Hittites have a consistent aesthetic, and that aesthetic is as pointy as possible. Their army's all spears. Like they've
I
got
come for you.
the hats, the shoes.
Wait, why have they got a Nubian as a? I'm
This
guessing
guy,
it's
yeah,
just a
he looks
cleric.
Nubian,
yeah.
right?
I will gladly
Uliano.
got you.
That is a
Yeah, he's Nubian, right?
yes. Although a lot
That's
of
a
the Egyptian
Nubian man.
characters that they get are also Nubian.
Yes. And they're too pale.
He's a
Well-
bit lost.
Yeah. He thought he followed the GPS and the GPS was like, nah.
Peerless.
He was left behind at Kadesh.
Exactly. Ooh, P. Ramses is a good place to.
Yeah, let's
I'm just
kinda
saying.
clear out the delta
I'm just saying.
before we move
Exactly.
on to Mendel.
Oh, Ramesses is back.
Where now,
Ramesses is back. I
cowards?
saw him.
Kill him.
That little bitch. He's around.
Yes, he is.
Ready to give in?
Actually, are we gonna want to?
I will say this now.
Well-
I love Giannis's like shit talking. Like, oh, you really give in?
With your blessing.
Yeah. Oh, are you gonna cry?
What we're gonna do is we're gonna siege it from the
Blood
slightly better
and
angle and
ashes.
hopefully get that guy involved. I don't know if
Oh,
if
that's
we get
annoying.
attacked, our Shekelish allies
I'm
might actually
waiting.
help us.
Hopefully. Right. That's what friends are for.
Destroying Egypt together with.
Yeah,
Yeah. Raid into your friends who raid together.
yeah. You
Exactly.
gotta show him Brianna's sticker that she made.
Yes. Exactly. See,
Yeah.
it says here, friends who raid together stay together.
Though speaking of, I'm wearing one of Biana's jumpers right now. It's really great.
Is it the Bronze Age boy? It is incredible, fantastic.
It's such a good jumper as well. Really comfy.
That's a representation we need too for like Bronze Age people.
Like Bronze Age gang.
Exactly. On you know, on whichever side you choose to be. Shemsuhor, thank you. We don't care, but thank you.
Our siege underway notifications. Let's
Meet
destroy
your
this
god.
outpost.
Well, we are the siege. Thank you. We know we are laying siege. We are the siege.
Oh, that poor Nubian.
The poor man, exactly.
1,000 miles from home, doing a job that I do
Exactly.
not
Let's
signed
keep
up
it
for.
short.
Exactly. Being cold, probably
Life is
uncomfortable.
For
Like
us
very
at
unfortunate
all
terrain.
costs. Surrender.
Well then,
or burn.
and you know,
Continue the siege.
yeah, we gotta wait. Okay.
So we can take out our
Fight.
outpost.
Finally, Neve really went for the throat, huh?
Yeah, kind of an odd technique with the spear. Seems kind
Yeah,
of tough
you
to
would-
pull off, but you know.
Yeah, but
see
you know what? He
money
can because he's so cool. He's the
mean-
coolest general.
I mean, he looks fabulous doing it. So
He is
And
fabulous.
isn't
He's
that
the
what
most
really
fabulous.
matters in combat? Is that
Exactly.
you look as fabulous as possible.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, they're recruiting another royal army.
Hmm.
In theory, I'm not
can
sure if
do
they have the
this
resources
all
to maintain it. If they're like, yeah, because they aren't. Oh, but I was wondering if they were like taking attrition from not having the money
yeah.
to actually hold
Maybe.
their army together.
Because they surely don't have anything left.
Blades and torches ready.
Thankfully, you've got quite a lot of I can't remember what it's called now. Is it renown? The resource. So it means
Eminence.
you might be eminence. That's it. So you might be able
Just a
to
matter of
raise
time.
Oh,
one
yes.
more settlement.
So the hope is to get the full raising of Khatusha.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to fill it up for like raise and exterminate. Even for a big settlement, it should only take us to the third, like to 110. No.
No,
He's a funny man.
I think the fuck not. First of all, no. Second of all, think about your troop. Like, you're gonna starve your troops for peace, and we're still going to be here, sir.
Do you know what you should have done? Seeing as obviously you're not in a very diplomatic mood, you should have taken it and just declared war again.
Unfortunately, this game I think does have the mechanic where they enforce the truces to actually happen.
Ah, it's rubbish.
Sad. Okay. See, much better. Right, yeah, Cadmium victory, we don't care.
It is enough. That is what matters.
It's enough, exactly, that's what we need.
So that is.
And now we should
There's
be
another
able
cult
to.
center too, Moldaya.
Oh,
Yes.
Unlucky for them.
Mm. Oh, the Casca invaders are our enemies. Interesting.
Yes. It's an odd.
I
Men
think
Nefer
that-
has been destroyed.
Oh, somebody burned down Memphis.
Uh oh.
Thank you, friends. We appreciate. Yeah.
This is like the moment of like Yu-Gi-Oh, isn't it? You know, where the king's on his knees going, "It should have been me."
Well, we can get more resources from raising. That feels pretty nice.
That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
Time for trash.
Yeah,
Right.
Shupiluluma, my dear. Okay.
Shabulin himself in Hattusha with his royal army and
Against, yeah. And that's how it's done. We are just too fashionable for him. He's fashionable. I'll give him that,
oh,
but
plus 150?
no.
That's so sad. Well, we wouldn't get that
Oh, we're
much more
146.
anyway. But it's
Yeah.
just-
You would get way more food. Well, we can do that to P. Ramses.
Why I'm
Yeah.
a perfect nobody.
Or if potentially, oh no, someone has raised.
Yeah, look.
You do Humenu. You do Humenu.
Himeno isn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel as iconic. Like it was very important, but it doesn't have that same vibe. Pir Ramses, though, royal capital,
Excitement
What
ahead.
Right?
I think that qualifies. We will lose a unit of chariots, but I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We can buy. We can buy.
Because we unlocked some ox carts for food. That might be our excuse to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But now we can get raise and
Okay, yes.
exterminate.
Beautiful.
Burn the place to the ground and kill everyone.
so do we.
Important.
I
We
see
got another
cannot be
achievement,
found.
but the women and children too.
Oh, how many burn and exterminate? How many raise and exterminate did we use? Several.
Now we have a few. We can get the oxen
Ooh.
chariots, or we can get the royal.
Oh, the
Hittite
royal
chariots.
Hittite chariots. Yeah.
So much
Yes.
distraction and
All right, yeah, I think we'll go with that then. The
Yes.
ox chariots are an
Also
interesting
jealous.
concept,
Oh
but
my.
royal Hittite chariots
They're nice.
are,
They're nice and cute, but you know. We
They're
are
not
also
they're
at
not
the
royal.
2 hours
Pirates
and
and
11th
profits.
minute right now.
Yes, I was saying this is
Ooh.
probably a good point to stop. We can look at the
Yeah.
Kati is
Jesus.
starting to look like a piece of Swiss cheese. You because the Casca have.
Yes.
No, these are probably the Phrygians.
The
so they're just
Casca-
ripping stuff up.
The
over
Frisians
here.
are done.
Yeah, so it
Yeah, they're
looks
doing
like-
the things.
This is not something we've seen in the other
Ooh.
campaigns, but it looks like if you can get the ball rolling on the destruction, the buffs that the other factions get mean that they will actually do a lot. I mean, look, we're at 180 points left. There are only 7
Ooh.
cult centers that even have a city center left.
Beautiful.
We are like really rolling through. Yes, we can get ox chariots.
Yes.
They are somewhat good, but the
Witness me.
royal Hittite chariots are much better,
But you can see we have a ton
especially
of, like,
for
potential
yeah.
recruitment. It gives, the interesting ones at least are, I would say,
Mhm.
we have a few Magi archers, a few
Yeah.
like high-level Canaanite troops we've managed to convince, some heavy Anatolian chariots. We don't really need like renowned axemen, but we do have Egyptian archer chariots to throw in, also that we coerced. And then of course the
Yeah,
ox carts.
the ox carts.
fun.
They chat is saying that they seem a little unwieldy for battle.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think the point is that they're supposed to work like dragoons, like you're gonna send them somewhere else, pretty much.
any wine around.
Ooh, and we have skill
Prepare to
points
die.
too.
Yes, so
That we
we'll
can
finish out
spend.
this
No
turn by
fight.
burning down.
Is it our
No
boy?
might.
It is.
Of course, it's our boy. He's so good. He's our fave.
Just the horns.
Yeah.
He's
I
he's the
protect my
goat.
brothers. Pirates.
He's the goat, not just because he has the horns, but also because he has the horns. He's the goat.
Yep. But yeah, if you can see, so Maldaya we're about to wipe out. We have the little bit of Kanesh left, but if we can take those out, we're... No! Why do people give
No!
offer is such
No.
tiny amounts of tribute?
No, we ain't building anything. We're killing. We're not healing.
Hurtful
Do we
is
look
what
like
it is.
doctors? We're not doctors. We are marauders.
Ramesses, no less. Oh,
Exactly,
He's such,
I mean-
such a disappointment to his namesake.
Yeah, couldn't
You
he
and the
couldn't
other
show up to his own
8
conquest.
after you.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, if I was his wife, I'd kill him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If I was his wife, I would also kill him. We should, we should set something like a Haring conspiracy going. What a novel idea.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen for us? Am I right?
Right?
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? We are gently, exhorted to kill ourselves if the conspiracy goes wrong.
Gently.
Which,
What?
to be fair,
Wait, why is
gently.
Ramesses the Fourth building a bonfire?
Yeah. Why is he sending letters to everyone? What is this trial thing that we hear about?
Why are the judges missing their noses and ears?
Exactly. Why are some of the judges being executed as well? Oh my god.
Sorry, I just wanted to show off all these new
Ooh.
objectives we have found. This is so
Ooh.
chaos in Egypt. Every region we can burn in Egypt.
Well,
We get more victory.
we get more
points.
points.
And then,
Oh,
of
I
course,
love
we get
it.
For everything that is left raised, we get some amount of credit as well. So,
Good way through.
yep.
Not bad, not bad. We were scary today, scarily efficient. as always. This is great. Billy, thank you for joining us. Our
No
brother
worries,
in any Etruscan god of your choice. Of your choice. Our brother in Isul, apparently.
Here
You know.
it goes.
You may call me the Nurgic champion.
We will. Thank you for your opinions.
Yeah, nice.
And all of this. It's always good to have you around, and always good to have you here and
Yeah.
in the chat. Thank you, chat, for asking questions and expressing opinions. And all of that. So we will be back next week, even though it's going to be Easter. If for whatever reason we have to skip because of Easter, we will let you know, but I don't think so. And next week, just in time to destroy the Hittite Empire, we will actually have an actual expert on the Hittites, because we are terrible people that way. So we are going to destroy the Hittites next time while Andrea is here.
Make him
And
cry.
we will be able to ask him all the questions about ancient Anatolia, ancient Hittite language, ancient Hittite stuff, birds, for reasons. Don't ask, just ask him why the birds. And yeah, so thank you, everyone. This was great. Thank you, Jacob, for leading our armies of fashionable men to great victories. I still think that Neve is more fashionable than Ioleus, but he's a dark, tall, brooding man. So clearly, we like him more. He's clearly more, in our wheelhouse. And yeah, so we will see you all next week, same time, same place. Thank you, everyone.